Welcome back to the mix, everybody. I'm Warren. That's Elardo.
Flip.
and we're back with another live podcast on Twitch. How about that? Um, and yeah, today we have one of the most exciting movies that I've watched in a while. I feel like it's been a dry year, but today our main focus is on Tenet, Christopher Nolan's was supposed to be a blockbuster, but didn't happen quite that way, unfortunately. So yeah, we're gonna first. Okay, so this is like a huge movie, so we're gonna do like a little non-spoiler review, and then we'll do like a little warning, so you can like not listen to that part if you haven't watched it yet, and we'll do like some spoiler stuff, so we can just talk freely about whatever happened in the movie. But yeah, so let's get down to it. Tenet, what are your first thoughts, first impressions?
Freaking crazy.
Yeah,
The first thing that goes to mind is how do you make something like that?
like he literally. Okay, so the premise is like no, not time. Oh, okay, no. How do you explain it?
What they did in the trailers was this guy, he's like, well, what
Okay,
is
so
he?
he's a secret agent,
Yeah.
and then
And
he. Oh, you go.
he has to prevent World War III, and all he has is a word. Tenet.
Tenet,
And that's pretty
and
much what the trailers say.
pretty much, yeah, I guess. But yeah, let's not try to. Don't think about it too much. That's what Robert Pattinson said.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So, oh my god, so it's such a mind fuck of a movie. Like if you liked, it's I compared it to like Inception, like kind of Inception, but with instead
Like
of
the
dreams,
writing
it's like
kind of. Yeah.
time, I guess. The what?
The writing is like similar because like yes, same guy.
Yeah, and then I love he always. Okay, well I'll save that for the spoiler part actually. But yeah, so we're saying like, is it? You were saying that it, or do you think that it's Christopher
Oh yeah,
Nolan's best
was it?
movie?
I think it's his best. In my opinion, that's my favorite movie of his. I don't know if it's his best.
I
His best.
I like just watched it, so I'm like, and right after I
Yeah.
watched it, I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck just happened? But I don't, yeah, I don't. Okay, well later in the episode we're gonna talk about our top five Christopher Nolan movies, so we'll save it for that. But it was a really good movie overall. But you just have to be ready to pay attention. I think that's the main thing. Like I knew going in that I was gonna have to fucking think really hard. So I was concentrating really hard on what was going on. Like, I picked up my phone for like 2 minutes in the beginning. When they were like, yeah, it was like all dialogue, and I just picked up my phone, and I had to like go back because I missed like a whole explanation. So like, yeah, it's like you just gotta stay focused and like actually watch
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. I was saying it was like it's a spy thriller pretty much. It's
Yeah, basically.
like a James Bond Mission Impossible,
Yeah, but
but it's like
except
it's
there's the
Christopher.
twist of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, did you think it was confusing? Because the knock on this movie is that it's really confusing.
I don't, I don't know how to answer them.
Wait, say
For
again.
me, I don't know how to answer them
You don't know how to
because
answer that.
I could see it being confusing, honestly, but like I wasn't confused mainly because I was just like trying to see what the movie. I wasn't trying to like look at what I just saw. I was just, okay, that happened. And now we're moving on to this part of the movie. And I wasn't like thinking back like, oh, what just happened? I was just like just with the
Yeah,
movie. And like I think watching it like that, it's like I don't know. It made sense for something to be like that way.
yeah. I mean, yeah. For the most part, I was able to like follow along too. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just he kind of laid it out as well as he could have, I think.
Yeah.
Cuz it's a really confusing, complicated concept
I mean, the
and
concept itself is like he explains it good. It's just once everything starts happening, that's when it gets confusing.
yeah, and it's like why is this
Like,
happening and why is
yeah,
that
like when you
happening?
see it and it's like, why did that happen? Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But
He
yeah,
explains it like right away, like what's going on.
yeah. And it didn't feel like too much dialogue. Like it felt like an
Yeah.
okay amount, you know what I mean? In the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he kind of explained the whole like I'm trying to think of like how he could have done it differently. I feel like people are just kind of like too late or unprepared or not lazy, but I don't know. Cuz following throughout and actually like being focused on it, I was able to follow along pretty well.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
So yeah, what would you give it out of 5?
I give it a 4. It's a lot of fun.
Wow. A 4?
Because it's just an action thriller, and that's it. It doesn't really make you think. Well, it makes you think,
What?
but
It doesn't make you
like,
think?
like what I mean by that is like like the pretentious, like oh, there's deeper meaning kind of thing, like Inception.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
like thought provoking. I think that's a better word. Because most of
okay.
it's just action. It's like an action movie, that's like, but
That's
it's like the most well made action movie, like one of the like best ones, because it's like so thought out.
yeah.
Like yeah, attention to detail is there. Like that's the thing about Christopher Nolan. Like he doesn't have fast. Like he puts it all his effort. And, like you gotta like admire that at least if you don't like his movies.
Yeah. Ah, yeah, you're right. It's not thought provoking exactly, but
What it's trying to be is like it's really good.
yeah, it's a really good
like
action
like he
movie.
wasn't trying to make it thought provoking, but
Yeah,
you know,
but the concept itself makes you think, so I
pretty
think
crazy.
that's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Like what is it, the grandfather paradox and that other thing, and I liked that Robert Pattinson was like, don't try to like understand it, like just feel it or whatever.
Yeah. What happened? What happened happened.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so this is your spoiler
Spoiler.
warning, everybody. This is your spoiler warning. I want to talk about like a couple of scenes that I thought were like funny or whatever. So this is your spoiler warning to get out for a little bit. How long do people usually give on spoiler warnings? I think that was good, right? Hello?
Sorry, I think I cut out there.
Yeah.
It's my internet.
Okay. Okay, so that was definitely long enough. So, okay. Do you remember that one scene where okay, so they're in the uh cargo thing or
The car.
whatever, going back
Yeah.
to the art place, the
Yeah.
Freeport,
Yes.
and they're laying it out, and they're
I
talking
think I
about
know
the
what you're
end
gonna
of the
talk
world.
about.
Wait, what? You know what I'm gonna say?
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah, they're
about.
talking about the fucking end of the world and how that's gonna be the end of everything. And then the girl, I forgot her name,
Cat.
Kat, she's like,
Yeah.
including my
Including my
son.
son.
Ah!
Yeah,
I was
somebody
like,
made a Avengers meme. I was like, yes, that's what everyone means.
that's so good, dude. That was like the worst line in the movie, like by far. Well, it was so funny, like.
I'm sure the intention behind it was she's realizing like, oh, everyone, including like everything around me. I don't know.
uh,
I don't know.
that shit
Whatever.
was so funny. And then there was another line like that she said. Um, I can't remember what it was, but it was like something about her son again, and I was like, dude, like, shut up, like, we don't care about your son.
Yeah, what do you think about that theory? That's Robert Pattinson.
Okay, I said I have to watch it again, but I don't think that's
Hmm.
Robert Pattinson. So the theory is that
Mm.
the cat's son, the little boy who's like hardly in the movie, is actually Robert Pattinson since he's like from the future. But Nah.
I
I
didn't know what to think. Yeah.
I have to
I
watch it
was like, all
again.
right. Yeah, I was like, that's cool, I guess, if it's true, but
Yeah, I think
if
they're just
not, then
big
I don't
braining
really.
themselves.
Yeah.
The Reddit.
Yeah, probably.
Um, and then the other part I wanted to mention was like inverted bullets. They were
Mm.
saying like they kind of made them like really bad, but like they were somehow worse than being regularly shot. Like,
Oh,
you know
when
what
you
I
get
mean?
hit by a inverted bullet?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about
I didn't really get the difference. Like, a regular
so
bullet still
the
hurts.
reason it's the reason yeah I didn't get it at first, but when I read the script I was like, oh, okay, because one of the injuries, yeah, whatever. There's radiation. There's like a type of radiation from the inversion of the bullet. So when you get hit by an inverted bullet, like the energy or the entropy of the inversion, the inverted entropy of the inverted bullet, that messes with like your entropy, your regular entropy that's not inverted, and it's gonna like infect the whole body or something like that, like radiate the whole body. It's a radiation thing. So that's why she had to go back.
Oh,
Yeah, she had to go back in time so it like healed normally.
that
If
makes
that makes sense.
sense, I
Yeah,
guess.
they said radiation. I don't know if that's like a good word for it, but it's like, yeah, I guess.
They're making that shit up though. Get the fuck out of here. Well, okay. Well, I guess like okay, you can say whatever you want because that's
It's
like
all made
yeah,
up.
yeah. But I was like, oh yeah, that part I was like, what? You know, getting regularly shot is like pretty bad too. You know, so
One thing that like confused me, where I was just like, I'll just forget about it, was the beginning. Like, why did Neil save him at the start?
why did Neil save him at the start?
Yeah, the protagonist in the
Uh,
opera house. Because that's yeah.
yeah, yeah,
When
yeah,
he
yeah.
saw
I know what you're
the
talking
first year.
about, but
Yeah, yeah,
I guess he was just like traveling through time with him. I don't know. He was there.
yeah. That
Actually,
was like the
yeah,
only
that
thing.
didn't need to happen, huh?
A lot of like excuses that I read were that like, well, it needed the protagonist need to see that so he would go on his mission. But it's like the lady explains it to him anyway, so I was like, that's not really a good excuse.
Yeah,
But
that's
I just
true.
yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, that didn't really need to happen. Um, so oh, another thing. Okay, so when okay, when you're inverted, the stuff around you inverts or the stuff you're using or touching or whatever.
When you go through the turnstile.
Yeah, no, okay, so John David Washington went through the turnstile
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he gets in the car, right? In the very first
yeah.
time, like after he gets briefed and all that. And then he drives the
Oh, so
car
how does
backwards.
the car work? Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
So it's implied that they brought the car through, but they just skipped that over. Because
What?
you can see the car in the background when he's getting interrogated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Made
Okay.
us like a lot to like stop the movie so we can get the car through.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Hmm. Yeah, overall, I would give it. Oh man. Okay, now that we kind of talked it out, eh, it's not a five. It's like a. I don't know. It was freaking amazing though. So maybe I'll go
It's
like
really good. Yeah, I'd watch. I read the script. I don't do that for movies.
I'll go 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
But I wish I hadn't time. I wish I had more time to sit on it. Like
yeah. I had 2 weeks.
yeah, I might even watch it again. But
What confuses a lot of people I've seen though was that Robert Pattinson dies. Like a lot of people didn't get that.
why?
I have no idea.
It was
I've
pretty
seen
clear. Like the
like
whole thing, the backpack.
they needed an explanation for like how that like how his death went down. I found like a YouTube video and I was watching it, and like all the comments are confused. Like why? Like I don't know exactly why they're confused, but I know like well, a lot of them were like, how did this happen? Why is this happening? I was like,
Yeah, no, because well, what I got, well, okay, this is what I
yeah, yeah,
perceived it was like he left, and then he went back into the thing, right, and then he got shot in the face, right? Isn't that what
yeah,
happened?
yeah.
Because he
Pretty
stood up
much.
and then pop, and that was his duty.
Because I guess they're like confused by why his body was on the other side of the door when the door was locked. But
Oh, I just assumed he like jumped down from the top or whatever.
yeah, I have no idea why they're confused. I thought I was
Yeah, I thought it was
like
like
out of all the
whatever.
parts to be confused about, I thought they
Yeah,
were
of
like got the
all.
most to be the most confused about.
Right, of everything in that movie, that's what you're confused about. He was really good, by the way, Robert Pattinson.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, every
It's
movie I
just
see him in, I like him a little bit more.
yeah. There's there's one part.
The
I don't
villain was
remember
really
the
good
name.
too.
Oh yeah, he's good too. He's
Um,
old.
how old is he?
Well, because I knew him from Harry Potter, and he's like kind of young in those movies, or he looks young in those movies,
Oh,
or he's in the one movie. But yeah, he could have been a Bond villain. Pretty good.
yeah, he was a Bond villain. Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Robert Pattinson like naturally have an accent?
Yeah,
He's
he's
British.
yeah,
Oh,
one of those with accents.
oh, so I have to like listen when he's Batman to see if his
I mean, he was he was in Twilight.
is he American in that movie?
Yeah.
I haven't watched. I okay. Well, I've never like sat down and watched Twilight, but it's on TV sometimes. Okay. Anything else? Any other thoughts about Tenet?
I feel like I had one, at least one, but I can't think of it right now.
All right. I can. Well, I already gave my rating out of 5, but this is okay. I guess the spoiler warning's over if you're skipping through the end to find the end of the spoiler warning. This is the end of the spoiler warning. Um. Yeah. Anything else to add?
No, even
Okay. Moving on. Another big thing that happened over the last couple of weeks was the Godzilla versus Kong trailer. I don't know why it's big. I've never liked any of those movies, never watched not one, but
and
they're big for
not even
some
King
reason.
Kong
No,
with
I've
Jack
never been
Black.
interested in any of those.
Don't you just want to see a big monkey fighting stuff sometimes?
Hell no. But okay, so
He's a simp.
Elardo loves those. Well, okay, I don't know about loves is a strong word, but he likes those movies,
Yeah.
and he told me to watch the trailer, so I watched the trailer, and I did not. I found out that Godzilla has a laser. I did not know that. Or what'd you call it?
Oh, he has atomic breath. I think that's what it is. There's probably like a better phrase for
It
it.
sounds like a fucking Pokemon move.
Probably is. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna Google it.
But anyway, we're gonna talk about who's going to win, who would win, who's going to win, and what'd you call it? It's the MonsterVerse.
So that's their cinematic universe is the MonsterVerse. So Godzilla had one movie, and then Kong had his movie, and then Godzilla had another movie, and then it all leads up to this. This is their endgame.
I can't believe that they have their own cinematic universe. It probably makes boatloads of money for no
It does.
reason.
I liked all the movies except for the second Godzilla. That one was like it's like all
How
you
many
want to
movies
see
are there?
is there's three so far.
There's 2 Godzillas and a Kong,
Yeah,
and they're Huh. Okay.
that's your MonsterVerse.
Do you think they're gonna add another monster?
Yeah, if it makes money, which it will, they're gonna
Okay.
do it.
Well, okay. You're more educated than me on this. Who do you think is gonna win?
Dude, like if we're talking like realistic,
Yeah.
what everybody's saying is like Godzilla is gonna destroy him, you know.
Yeah,
But
that's
if
what
it,
I was thinking.
but since this is a movie, this is like Batman v Superman stuff. I got my buddy on Kong, man. That's my guy. That's my monkey right there. He's such a
Yeah.
like he's just so cool. Like when you see him like standing up, he looks like a 10-year-old that's like ready to beat somebody up. So badass.
There's no
Okay,
way
here's my theory.
Godzilla should lose.
Here's my theory. Well, it's not my theory because everybody's predicting it on on everything. It's not Godzilla. So that's why Kong's gonna win. That's why Kong's like biased as hell in the trailer.
Wait, say again. You cut out. Try hold your mic closer to your mouth.
Yeah, it's my internet.
Okay, wait. Say again.
It's not Godzilla. It's Mecha Godzilla.
Wow,
Yeah, that's what
Modzilla.
every. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying, and I agree. Because so what happens in the original Japanese movies is that Godzilla is like killing everybody, and they're like, "What is going on with Godzilla?"
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the movie, or like halfway through the movie, he sheds his skin, or like his skin like comes apart, and he's a robot underneath. So
So
yeah,
he
I
was a
think
robot the whole time, kind of thing.
yeah, in one of the Japanese movies from before, yeah,
Holy shit! But who
so
made
I
him
think
though?
like these aliens, but they're probably gonna change it. So that's what I think. I think it's like a cop out, but I'm fine with it. Like I think people will get mad at that, and
Yeah.
that'll like be an excuse for Kong to win.
Holy shit! Yeah. Well, even if he's a robot though, he has the Godzilla ability pack or whatever. Like he just has better
Well,
abilities.
the second Godzilla movie like buffed the hell out of Godzilla.
Yeah. Or well, I'm not gonna act like I saw it, but like, what did he have? What does he have?
Like, well, it might have been temporary, but like so when you nuke Godzilla and he eats nukes, right? He feeds off of radiation,
Okay.
and he like at the end of the second movie they nuked him and he like exploded.
Oh.
He became a nuclear blast.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but he lived.
What do you mean this is so stupid? Yeah, he lived because he eats nuclear energy.
What the fuck?
Dude, you should watch the first Godzilla. The first one I like a lot. That one's so good.
Is it like stupid or is it actually good?
No, it's actually really good. It's badass as hell.
Okay.
Kong is pretty good too. Kong is really good. I watched that the other day.
Okay, I'll
The
see
second
if I
one,
get to it.
yeah, the second one you can skip because that one was just pissing me off.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm gonna explain why it's pissing me off. So what it does is it has like they're setting up this like fight between Godzilla and his nemesis King Ghidorah, right?
Yeah.
And then so they clash and they like fight for like 5 seconds, and then it cuts to the humans, and then it cuts back to the fight, and it just like does that for like the entire movie whenever they fight. And it's like, bro, I'm here to watch monsters fight. How are you gonna do that to me? You know?
Yeah. What the fuck? Well, all right. I'll see if I
Who do you
can
think's gonna
watch
win?
that. Uh Godzilla. It has to be Godzilla. Like, okay, well, they could have Kong win, like you said, but that would just make me mad. Like Godzilla's like Godzilla. He's OP. Kong should never win. Anyway,
He's a monkey.
yeah, he's just a monkey. All right, let's move
But
on.
he gets an axe.
He gets an axe. He has an
Did you see
axe.
that? That's how he was blocking the atomic breath
Oh no, I
in the
didn't see that.
trailer. Yeah,
I just thought he was just like blocking it with his hands. What? How would he get an axe?
I have no idea. As long as
Okay.
the movie like isn't like take itself too seriously, it's two monsters fighting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Um. So let's move on. Okay. So, Ozark, you finally finished it.
Yeah.
Uh, we were saying that we were gonna talk about it. Ozark is the Netflix series starring Jason Bateman about money laundering for a drug cartel. Let's just leave it at that. So, thoughts, opinions?
That was okay. Like it's just like it's good. It's, oh well, what I was thinking like the entire time watching it is like I don't like any of these characters except for a few.
That's
Like I was
true.
in, I was interested. Like they're unlikable, but that's like I think that's the point. Like his wife is like supposed to be like a villain. Like he's turning into a villain. Like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah. All right. I put down the characters. I only liked Ruth, the bar lady, but she after season 2 she was gone.
Yeah.
And I forgot their names. The wife's brother.
Oh, you liked him?
Yeah.
I hate him, dude.
No, that's how, like they're doing that on purpose too, which is kind of irritating. But I liked him. But spoilers, I'm not gonna say spoilers, but like once they introduced him, I was like, there's one reason you would like bring a character like this in so late is to
Yeah.
do what they ended up doing with him. So I was like, I was trying to like, like not like him too much because I was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like Ruth a lot. Like, and I think I'm pretty sure she won awards, the actress, which is pretty good.
Yeah, she's really good. You don't like Marty? You don't like Marty?
That's the thing. He like stays the same the entire show, but he's like the main man, so it's like he. I think if anybody had to, he has to like kind of stay the same. They
Yeah.
kind of tried doing something. I feel like when he, well, for spoilers. Well,
Okay, well,
he does something for the first time, and I feel like they were trying to do something there, but they kind of like dropped it like a few like an episode in. Like they kind of forget it happens.
he does something for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn. Well, I'm
Okay, well,
assuming
just
nobody.
spoiler alert.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
this is your spoiler alert. Everybody leave if you didn't watch
Yeah, just
Ozark.
like once you see my mouth stop moving, then I'll be. So, oh no, I can say a character. So the priest.
Okay, you're gonna
He.
have to spell it out for me.
Oh, okay, okay. He kills somebody for the first time.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
hated
they,
that
they
guy,
kind
by
of
the way.
yeah, he was kind of irritating. Well, they made him irritating just so like they brought him back just for Marty to do what he did.
Yeah,
So I thought they were going somewhere with that.
like he
Kind of
becomes
just
like a
dropped it.
menace kind of thing.
Well, what I thought season two was trying to do, which they did half of, was make his wife a villain and make Marty kind of like a good guy to be like against her.
Yeah,
But they didn't really do the good guy thing. I thought him doing what he did would like be like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah,
But they didn't really do that. But still a good show.
yeah. I see what
I
you're saying.
think I think I like Breaking Bad better. Oh no, I think I know I like Breaking Bad better. But what I like what this show does better than Breaking Bad, I think, is incorporating his family more.
Oh yeah, his whole family is like
Because
yeah,
Breaking Bad, it was just mainly the main character, and he couldn't really incorporate his family until like later seasons.
mm,
But like since it was like it happened so late, one of the main criticisms of Breaking Bad is that his wife's annoying. His wife is annoying, so I feel like they like really like wanted to not do that in the show, which they did.
yeah. I have not watched Breaking Bad. It's
Very
really it
good.
seems so long,
It's
but
it is long, but it's really good though.
yeah, I'll get around to it at some point. So far, what would you give it out of 5?
Out of five,
Yeah.
the Wonder Woman. I'm gonna give that a 2 stars because it's like
Oh, you moved it down.
yeah, because Ozark is a 3 star.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I give Ozark a 4 just because,
yeah.
like, yeah, maybe if I watch Breaking Bad, I would feel differently, but I feel like it's taught me like a lot about like how money laundering like works, even like how people do
Mm.
it, and I just thought that part itself is like super interesting, and I really like Jason Bateman. Even though you're right, like he doesn't really change much throughout the show. He's
I
like
mean,
consistent
yeah,
and analytical. Like that's kind of like part of his personality, I
yeah,
guess.
and that's fine as long as like what's happening to him is interesting, which it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. So yeah, I'm invested, and I would say 4 so
Oh,
far, but there's still one more season. So, oh yeah, what?
one thing that the show does that I'm uh, like I'm kind of iffy about is they like set up like a villain, and like by the end of the season or like at some point that villain was like dealt with and done.
Mm,
And I didn't, yeah, like the like Dell, I liked Dell a lot. I thought he was a really good,
I also like Dell.
and then
Yeah,
you
but that also it's like, oh shit,
yeah.
it's the shock
But
factor
then
is like pretty good.
and then after that's the thing though, it's like after that, the villains after Dell was like were the Snells, I think their name was.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, and then it's
Darlene.
just like
Oh,
I ended up liking Darlene low key.
what? I freaking
So
hate her, dude.
I knew what they're trying to do. Like once they set up that Stranger Things, freaking hillbilly Steve Harrington.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what he looks like. when they're setting up him like to like yeah, I saw that shit coming,
Wait,
and I was like,
what's his name in the show? Owen?
I
No, it's
think it's
not Owen.
Wyatt. I think it's
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Where'd I get
But
Owen?
I like calling him Hillbilly Steve Harrington because he
That's what
looks
he
like
is. Yeah,
yeah
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my dad was got him mixed up or something.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's in the that Taco Bell commercial. You know the scary movie
Oh yeah,
one?
the
And
nacho fries.
yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, is that guy in Ozark?" And I was like, "Oh no, different guy." Oh man, I can't believe you like Darlene.
Well, of course, at first I was like, oh,
Not even
Darlene.
at
But
first,
then,
the whole time, dude.
I mean, season three, Darlene was like when she's like, in the back seat, like nobody
Yeah.
cares about her. That's when I'm like, all right, she cool.
Oh man, I was rooting for her husband, but
Dude, that guy, like, yeah, he's cool, but like you can I can feel that Darlene was gonna do something to
yeah, he was yeah,
like she's
he's
the man in the relationship. I think
yeah,
since the
exactly. He was too
yeah
passive or whatever.
yeah.
I don't know the word for it. But yeah, really good show. I would highly recommend it. Especially if you like Netflix, cause smack dab on there,
I think
easy
a lot of
access.
people that like the show, they needed something after Breaking Bad, and that's like the show they went to.
Mm,
So
that
if
makes
you like
sense.
Breaking Bad, that's the show. If you want more,
Hell yeah. All right, let's move on. Cobra Kai, also on Netflix. That is what I was
come
binging
on,
the past
man.
couple of weeks, trying to get through it. Um, Pretty popular. Pretty good overall. Like, well, good isn't like interesting. Like, interesting. Um, I was
Everybody called it cheesy
entertained.
and corny.
It is cheesy. Okay,
Wait,
no, you didn't let me get to
come
that.
on, man,
Especially
come on.
every single romance
Disrespect. It's
scene is
disrespect.
awful. It's awful. It's like the cheesiest shit I've ever seen in my entire
That's the
life.
1980s thing, man. That's what they're
Yeah,
supposed to
like I
do.
get it. Like it's funny, but it's like, man, you guys couldn't do this any better. Like, oh. Except for like you pointed like that first date like in the beginning of season 1 or whatever.
Miguel and Sam, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that one was
that
like pretty
was
good.
like all right. And then after that it was like, oh. I was literally sitting there like, "Oh. You said that." But yeah, I mean, I
I mean,
liked
it's good. It's good stuff.
yeah, I liked the redemption of Johnny Lawrence, and I think it's a spoiler if I say too much of like I like the villain or the yeah. I like that he yeah, I won't say any more than that. I get well, it's not really. Do they show him in any trailers or whatever? I don't even know his name anymore.
You're the villain that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Well, he was in. Yeah, he was in the trailers.
Okay, yeah. What's his name?
I
Crease.
mean, if you only watch season one, then it's a spoiler, I guess.
Yeah, because they made it like kind of a big deal. Like, oh shit,
Yeah,
Crease is back.
yeah. Did you watch any of the original movies?
I watched the first one. So like
I didn't watch it before watching the show.
when he went to like Okinawa or whatever
Oh yeah,
and like all that stuff, I was like, oh no, but they laid it out like I mean with the
I
old
didn't
scenes
even
and stuff.
watch. I didn't even watch any of the movies, man. They do that. Yeah, they do those like flashbacks.
Yeah, they do the flashbacks really well, like context and everything. Um, trying to think. The worst
Fight
part is that
scenes.
it's so cheesy. The fighting is pretty good overall, I'd say. What do you think?
I like the fights.
Yeah, I
Like
like the
season two
fights.
for me. Season two kind of like the whole thing was like kind of I don't know what it is. It's like I don't want to say drags because it's like most of it's necessary. Because it's
Yeah.
all leading up to that one big fight at the end, which is like freaking awesome. It's like that pays off everything that happens in
Yeah,
season.
that fight is really good. And then the fights that come to mind are that fight and the one in the house
Mm.
later, I think. But those two fights are really good, especially.
Yeah, you didn't have to wait months for that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
One of my
Um,
favorite parts is when is the first tournament and Miguel uses Daniel's move. That shit was so gangsta, dude.
wait, he
He does the
used
crane kick. He does the crane kick.
in the first tournament?
Yeah, he does that in the first round.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
And that is some like spicy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's so good.
oh, I'm ready for this season 4, dude. The showdown.
Oh yeah, they set that up.
Yeah, what do you
I
think's
think
gonna
what the
happen?
show does well, I think there's gonna be a happy ending, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. I
The
mean,
thing is where do you think Kreese is gonna
do you think? Okay, what are the odds? Kreese has like a change of heart, and he's like, you know what, guys, you're right. Let's just all be friends and teach
be? Yeah,
karate together,
and he becomes Johnny's dad.
dude. Yeah, if that happens, I'll laugh so hard.
I think the show is gonna go like a little dark, and I think Kreese has to die.
Yeah, he has to like die or prison or
Like
something.
I was thinking like suicide or something.
Oh my god. Okay, no, they're not gonna
Yeah,
do that, right? They wouldn't do that. I
I
mean, they
like that they
could.
get. I like how much depth they give to all the characters. Like Kreese, like his backstory. Like they did not have to do that. I feel like any show wouldn't have given any backstory to him at all.
Yeah, that's true. I liked his backstory.
They do that for all the characters, and like I think what the show does really well too is the character arcs.
Mm. Oh,
Like if if you look at a character from season one, like I think majority of them they're like way different than who they are at the end of season three.
that's true. Yeah. There's
Or
like
most of the
Hawk.
main characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the way he fights so aggressively. It's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
he's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, well, it's a spoiler, but is anybody in here?
Nah, we're good. Say that shit.
Okay. Yeah, Dimitri
Oh,
Hawk.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dude. Yeah,
uh,
he's pretty funny too.
their team up was like I feel like their team up was better than Johnny and Daniel's.
Really?
Yeah, because Johnny and Daniel, all they did was like fight next to each other. But they had like they were together, but they're like in their own sides of
Yeah,
it.
that's true. No, I think they're gonna have like a big like actual team up in the last season. That's what I think.
There we go.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
gonna.
like Dimitri and Hawks.
Yeah, that
That's pretty good.
relationship is good. What do you think of? Well, Miguel's like a nice character, I guess. I like the
Miguel's
actor.
my
He's doing
man.
a good job. He's funny.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't recognize Allie. Like,
Oh yeah.
I only
From the
know her from like the
boys.
boys now. It's like, oh shit, she's in the boys. And I didn't know that was the original like actual actor. So that's interesting. I hope she doesn't come back though. That was like, she's not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
though, right? Yeah, she's
It
kind of.
makes sense though. I like that she was well, spoilers. I like that she was the one that, you know, kind of closed their
Yeah, I thought she was
rivalry.
gonna be like a snake and be a problem, but
Again, yeah.
yeah, but she wasn't. So
It's like the opposite, yeah. And I feel
yeah,
like if anybody had to close their like feud, it was probably her, which makes sense.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I guess I should. Okay, out of 5, I would give Cobra Kai a 3.5.
Hmm.
What about you?
I gave it a 4.
What?
It's as good as Tenet.
It is. See, your
Dude,
skill
I'm
like
saying
just is so aggravating sometimes. Like you're trolling, dude.
I mean, the
Oh
character
shit.
arcs, yeah, the character development is good. Like, yeah, it's the right. Oh,
Bro, you better than Ozark, better than Tenet. That's what you just told me.
wait, Ozark, Ozark's like, yeah, it's good.
Oh my god. Well, like, actually, I can see it because I feel like you just like those kind of shows more than
Yeah,
like
that's
the
true.
average person. Anyway, yeah. So there's still one more season for that. We can talk about it again another time.
And Ozark,
And Ozark, yeah, we'll come back to those.
Netflix, bang it
Yes,
out.
sir. But then now it is time for our top 5 Christopher Nolan movies of all time. Now, I feel like we like doing these top five lists, so we're just gonna do one every week or every time we do a podcast. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just be related to the movie that we watched that week. So yeah, so now we have top five Christopher Nolan movies. Do you want to start?
Yeah. Let's start with honorable mentions.
Well, honorable mentions. Yeah, let's start with honorable mentions. All right, what's your
Mine
honorable
is
mentions?
mine is Dunkirk. That's it.
Dunkirk is also my honorable mention. Um,
You got one more?
and Interstellar.
There we go.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, we only seen like I only saw 6 of his movies, so
Yeah. Interstellar is not in
it's
my
number
top five.
6.
I need to watch
Yeah,
Memento. We'll put that on the list. We need to watch Memento. Um,
and The Prestige. I heard The Prestige is really good.
yeah, we can watch that too. Okay, so number five for you.
Number 5, The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that gives me
It's a
chills.
good. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's just not as good as my top 4,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
how
better
top
than
fives
Dunkirk.
work. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is better. Yeah, I don't know. Dunkirk was good at the time, I feel like, but it kind of
yeah, it's well made, and it's like I feel like it moved fast. Like
yeah,
remembering it.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Hey Eli, yes, we are done talking about Tenet. Oh, we're going through our top five Christopher Nolan movies right now. So my number five is Batman Begins. And the only reason that it's not on your list is because you didn't watch
Yeah,
it,
I didn't watch
basically.
it.
But
I
yeah,
want to
it's
see Bruce Wayne's parents die again. Come
yeah,
on.
it's definitely the weakest of the three Batman movies. But still worth watching. It's a good movie. Scarecrow, all that good stuff. Yeah, I think it's better than Interstellar, and I think it's better than Dunkirk. So that's my number five. Moving on. What's your number four Christopher Nolan movie?
Interstellar.
Interstellar, number
I already,
four.
I already watched it like months ago, but before that, I didn't watch it again for like years. It's actually a really good movie. It's very intense. Like some scenes are like really good, and the ending at first I thought it was cheesy. It's like
Yeah.
but rewatching it, I actually liked it. That made a lot of sense.
Huh. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But I was still, it's not. Didn't get me going at the time.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll give it another chance. Anyway,
It's very much like a dad movie. Like I feel like he probably was loving his kids. Like or maybe he like had a new kid, or like he realized what being a father is about. That's why he made that movie.
that makes sense. Um, my number four is Dark Knight Rises
Hmm.
because Bane is badass. First of all, I
Tom
liked,
Hardy.
yeah,
I feel like the soldier in Tenet.
yeah,
Uh, I feel like that was supposed to be Tom Hardy, but he wasn't available.
that makes sense. Yeah, that would have been Tom Hardy actually. Yeah, and then they had like the Tenet had the Christopher Nolan had his trademark Michael
Oh yeah,
Caine
Michael
scene.
Caine,
Yeah,
his muse.
yeah. He's every single time, dude. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
for literally one scene.
Yeah, and that was it. And then he was like rude to the rate. That was funny.
Oh yeah,
That whole exchange. Anyway, Dark Knight Rises. Bane, really good villain. Second best Batman villain in those three movies. And yeah, there's just a lot to like. It's like it was a good ending to the trilogy with
mm,
like Joseph Gordon-Levitt was very good as the well I
forgot his name.
as Joseph
Col-
Gordon-Levitt.
Was his last name Robin or something?
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like at the end of the movie kind of thing, but
Oh, yeah.
anyway, yeah. So that movie's really good. Okay, so let's move on to your number three.
The Dark Knight.
The do- Number three.
I know
That's very low, sir.
I know that's your Christopher Nolan movie. It's not mine.
All right,
Yeah,
why
it's a
why
really
is it
good
number
movie
three?
because it's not better than number 1 and 2.
Okay, but what? No, what's good
Actually,
about it? I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That movie is like just some of the lines are like really like the writing,
Yeah,
the
a lot
quotes,
of iconic lines,
and also
definitely.
what Christopher Nolan does really good, which like in the next my two above, his climaxes, his final acts are like so clean. They're
Mm,
clean as hell. Like the way they end, and the in the Dark Knight, and not only Joker, but like his plans, like his plans, what he does throughout his schemes, I
yeah,
guess.
they're really well thought out.
They're really good.
Yeah, and then another thing I like about Nolan that he does is those opening. He opens with a bang. Like he does that in Dark Knight, and he did that in Tenet, and I was like, oh yeah, like,
Oh
he
yeah,
loves those
yeah,
like opening like
yeah, yeah.
like shit's
You wake the
going down.
fuck up.
Yeah, exactly, and I love that shit. Okay,
Yeah, I'll fix my hair. Thank you.
okay, my number three is Inception.
Ooh,
Um, I love Inception. I mean, I
yeah,
might change my mind,
that
like
movie's
change the
stupid.
order here, but Inception's really good. It's another iconic movie. Is that what kind of like was Inception before Dark Knight? No, it wasn't, right?
It was after.
It was, yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of those thought provoking mind fuck
Oh,
movies.
did you hear the theory
What?
that they're trying to pull Inception on Leonardo DiCaprio? The whole movie they're trying to pull Inception on him. That's the theory.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty. You should look it up. It's pretty nuts.
I will have to look into that.
Yeah,
But that would be five. Okay, well, it's probably like the Robert
yeah. One of
Pattinson
those
one.
like man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll look into it. It's interesting. But yeah,
Yeah, it was
Inception's really good. Super like deep, complicated concept. Um, done really well. I love DiCaprio. The cast is really good overall. Tom Hardy, Joe Gore, my guy. He needs a like a nickname. His name is so long. Joe Gorle, Jagorle.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I didn't try.
Inception is definitely a 5-star movie. So that is my number three. So yeah, what is your top second favorite Christopher Nolan movie of all time?
Tenet. It's Tenet.
Tenet. Tenet. Tenet is also my number two movie right now, and I was
Nice.
really struggling between Inception and Tenet. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
did.
still on that high right now. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe if you gave me another week or so, I might
yeah.
move it down one to Inception. So, but recency bias, we'll go Tenet at number two right now.
Yeah,
Um,
Tenet is insane.
it is insane. At
I
the end
like
of the
how like
movie, I literally
he
texted Elardo and was walking around like I had so much adrenaline. I was like, "Oh shit! Like what the fuck just happened?"
he always tries to like it's it's fiction, but he tries to make it as real as possible. So his explanation for time travel, like grounded in science, is like so cool. Like that shit is insane.
Yeah,
Like you
and
gotta be a real nerd. He is, but it pays off because it's really good.
yeah, imagine how much research like he had to do to write this movie.
I'm pretty sure he has somebody on set to like help him,
Oh,
like some sort of
oh, like to like fact check him or like
yeah,
explain
exactly.
to
Yeah,
him. That makes
he had one for
sense.
Interstellar, and I'm pretty sure he had one for this movie.
Oh yeah, he had to have had one for this movie because that is complicated as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that it's like it's bold and it's never been done before. So that
Mm.
in itself, I love that. Um, and yeah, cast was good, concept was great, and the line that just sticks is Robert Pattinson just saying like, "Don't try to understand it." Like, yeah, because I was while he was saying that, I was like trying so hard to be like, "What? What is the grandfather paradox or whatever?" Like I was thinking too hard, and he's like said that, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Just enjoy it." But I didn't think it was too confusing, which is the main thing. So definitely recommend.
Good romp.
Exactly. All right, your number one Christopher Nolan movie.
Memento.
Oh, you
Sorry.
watched it?
No,
Oh,
it's
I was gonna say like I didn't know you watched it.
Inception. Love that
Oh yeah,
movie.
that's
So
right.
good.
Wow, Inception's your number one movie.
It's like it's a heist movie, and it's like interesting as hell heist movie.
That's true. Yeah,
Like it's so like you're trying to plant an idea in somebody like that is it's
yeah.
crazy.
Planting
Crazy stuff.
I and stealing ideas from people or like planting ideas is insane.
Yeah. And the actual payoff in the movie is like so satisfying too. Like the seeing the heist like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so good. So yeah, the theory that they're actually trying to do that to Leonardo DiCaprio is insane.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
gotta
sure.
read up on that. Um, the reason I had it low, well, okay, I love The Dark Knight, but it's just the Inception ending a leaves a bad taste in my mouth every time. And Tenet didn't do that, and Dark Knight didn't do that. None of the Batman movies did that for me. So that's, I guess, if I had to, like, that's why I rate it lower, but it's still like a great movie. Like,
No, yeah, like I said, what decided my top three for the final act, the Inception final act is like that shit moves. Like
yeah,
compared to Dark Knight and Tenet, it's clean. It's clean.
that's true. Yeah, no, but it's
Once
just
they
like,
get it,
you know what I'm talking about though. Like
yeah, yeah.
that, I don't like that. So.
Yeah, just tell me what happens.
Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like anyway, so my top movie of course is The Dark Knight. Powerhouse iconic movie, of course. I feel like
Is
yeah,
that your all-time favorite movie?
um I think it is, yeah. It's got like the best villains. Joker. It's got multiple villains. Um
Yeah.
and it's yeah, it just tells the story really well. Iconic lines. Batman's Batman. Bro, this guy said no in the chat. Oh my god, it's iconic. Like Heath Ledger,
Like
amazing.
Spider-Man better.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. This everybody Elardo loves to say that Spider-Man's better, but there's no Spider-Man movie that's ever been made that's better than The Dark Knight.
Spider-Man 2002.
No
Look
way,
it up.
dude. No, no. It's and The Dark Knight also had a really good opening scene.
Yeah.
Um, it had a lot of like stuff like that, but the opening scene was particularly good for me. I'm trying to think like what else I like about it. I just like fanboy out every time.
When you watch it, you like quote everything.
Yeah, I know a lot of the lines at this point.
My favorite is like, I got fighting you. I like that.
Yeah,
Where?
yeah, I like the
Music. The music. Ooh.
yeah. Oh, the music is so good.
All of his movies are like that. So good.
Yeah. And it's like so loud. By the way, that's another thing about Tenet I saw complaints about like
Oh, the
the
music.
sound and the music are like too loud, but I'm assuming they adjusted it or whatever because when I watched it, it was like fine.
Mm. Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
in the
for me
theater it
too.
wasn't though.
Yeah. The soundtrack in that too is like to let you know that it's things are inverted or where you were watching
Yeah,
the
it was
inverted point of view.
weird.
Yeah, they play the music like backward kind of.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird.
But yeah, his music and his movies are so good that they're used in memes.
Yeah, I agree. Eli said in the chat, Spider-Man or Batman?
We're talking about the character or the movie
Like who
because
would
we're
win
talking
in a
about
fight?
movies.
Okay, we're talking about movies. Batman wins, like
Oh,
no
if we're talking about
contest.
movies, then it's Spider-Man
Oh, I don't know
2002.
how you can watch the Dark Knight trilogy and think that Spider-Man movie, like there's any Spider-Man movie that's better. There's just no way.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Oh my god.
No,
It's
it's so good.
there's no Spider-Man villain that's as good as the Joker.
You know, there's rumors that to get Tobey Maguire back, he's being a diva. Like he's asking for more money. Come on, he's the best Spider-Man, so just pay him what he wants. You know?
He probably has no money. What is he even doing now?
Yeah.
Batman just has better movies. Who would win in a fight, you think?
Well, then that's Spider-Man. Well, actually, no, yeah, it would be Spider-Man because then if it was a legit fight, then the writers would come up with a way to make it even with Batman.
Batman has cooler stuff. But Spider-Man has actual powers.
Yeah.
I think Christian Bale, yeah, he wouldn't stand a chance probably because he doesn't have actual powers, right? He just has tech. But for some reason Ben Affleck could stay with Superman, so that's the kind of like, oh, you I couldn't hear you.
No, no. I was thinking, yeah.
Huh. Spider-Man would kick his ass, especially Toby Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. You got the best movie.
Best movie. Okay. It's not the
Dude,
best movie.
you need to rewatch it. It's so good.
I'll put that on the poll on our Twitter at Mixed Podcasting, and we'll see what happens. But I bet
Spider-Man or
you
Dark Knight.
anybody that watched The Dark Knight is going to vote Batman.
Yeah, probably. I may
Okay.
be wrong.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, so those are our top 5 lists for Christopher Nolan. As I said before, we're probably going to do one like every podcast related to the feature movie that we're watching. And how we're going to do this, we're thinking of doing this podcast now. We're like changing it from how we did it before a lot. Um we're going to basically focus on like a few TV shows, maybe a trailer or two, and one like feature movie like we did today, talk about Tenet. And we're gonna do our best to we're gonna announce like what movie we're gonna watch. So like if you want to talk about it with us, you can watch it when we're watching it basically, and come talk about it on Twitch like while we're recording. So yeah, so this week it was Tenet. Yeah, excuse you. So this week it was Tenet. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of have longer, more in-depth conversations about one or two movies rather than skipping around a lot, if that makes sense. Did I explain that clearly? He's nodding his head like we're not in
Sorry, I was reading the
a
chat.
podcast.
Eli says he got a League of Legends video for us.
Okay, yeah, we'll get to that when we're done with the podcast. So if you didn't know, by the way, so we're coming to the end, basically. If you're listening like on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, we record these live on Twitch at twitch.tv/alligatorbeard every other Wednesday. So, and we would appreciate, or like, it's more fun if you come down and chat in person. So, I think, well, not in person, but like, you know what I mean. We also post these on YouTube at what's our YouTube? The Mix. I think it's just The
Just
Mix. Yeah. So these will also be on YouTube. Like and subscribe there, and yeah. Also follow us and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We really appreciate that. Our next movie for the next podcast is going to be The Little Things, starring Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Remy Malek. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you can just kind of cut out there a little bit, but I think you're good. But anyway, yeah, if you want to hang out with us next time, watch that movie so you don't have to leave for the spoilers. And yeah, that's what we'll be focusing on probably. Anything else to add?
I don't think so. Watch Spider-Man 2002.
Okay, yeah, watch that if you like. Vote on the polls. We're on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook actually at Mixed Podcasting. Also, I already mentioned all this stuff before, so yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, thanks for listening to The Mix.